guys, welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new to the familia, welcome. So guys, I am so excited because I'm back with another multiple look season 1 palette, and the palette of choice is the brand new Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. And oh, you guys, I am so excited to use it. As you guys know, I love to do multiple looks to show you guys how the palette works, the versatility, and just give you options, you know? So if you're interested in seeing how all goes down using the brand new Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on because I'm always here. And follow me on my socials because I'm always there too. And oh, let's get started. All right, guys, let's start. This is how the palette looks. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. Not the packaging, the shades. The packaging the same, you know. And this is how the palette looks, and it's a brand new glory. Ooh, so pretty. Here are some swatches. The first one is Standoff, Spur, Nudie, Hold 'em Up, Cowboy Rick, Laredo, such a beautiful shade. Bud, ooh, look at Bud. Rustler is the copper shade. Ghost Town is a terracotta shade. Whiskey, Tex, and Pony Up. And I love the warm shades, the cool shades, the shimmers. Look how pretty and buttery they look on the arm. Ooh, so good. All right, guys, we're going to start off with priming the lid with this L'Oreal concealer in the shade Cashew and just blending it out with a brush. We're going to start off with the shade Nudie and hit it all over the crease, really building it up while tapping. Tapping is going to just give you the best pigment, and I feel like it's a lot gentler on the eye. Really building that bad boy up. Going to the shade Laredo and building it on top, but bringing it a little bit lower so we can see the gradient and we don't lose that first shade, and just building that beautiful shade up. I love that the shade has like a lavender undertone. It's super pretty. It's like gray, yet lavender. It's really different. And getting this clean brush, we're just going to sweep it over gently on the edges. Back in with our concealer using this Luxie brush, we're just going to clean up the lid. Nothing too harsh. We just want a quick little cleanup so we have like a nice canvas to work with. Just back in with Laredo so that line isn't too harsh, and then back in with Nudie. Using the shade Standoff, which is like an ivory shade, but it has like a slight shimmer to it. It's really pretty. We're just going to set that concealer down by pressing it on the lid. Back in, just reinforcing our steps per the usual. Going in with this eyeliner, it's a beautiful teal. We're going to hit it right on the underline, on the waterline, not underline. And the eyeliners I use, guys, will be in the description box along with everything else. Then we're going to start doing the under eye wing and going in with Tex and building it on the lower lash line. Really building it slowly. I'm using the MAC 228 brush. You guys, you need this in your life. It's like the best versatile brush ever. And then we're just going to wing it out. Now using Bud, we're going to wet the shade. We're going to tap it on the inner corner and start moving it up. We want to blend the shade in so we don't have like a big old stamp right in the inner corner. It doesn't just look like a shiny spot, you know? All right, guys, this is look number 1. Super freaking pretty. It's a very soft yet with a pop of color. I just really like the shade. I mean, look, not shade. It really came together super effortlessly and easy, and that pop of blue just kind of ties it together, you know? All right, guys, this is look number 1. Super beautiful. Let's move on to look numero 2. All right, guys, starting off with the P. Louise base, we're just gonna prime the lids really quick. Once again, blend it with our finger, not finger, brush. We're gonna start off with the shade Spur and just sweep it with a fluffy brush all over the lid, doing stamping motions. Going in with the shade Ghost Town, getting a Morphe 506 brush, and we're just gonna work it right on the crease and really building it up beautifully. I'm doing tapping motions and then going back and forth once the shade is placed. Going in with the shade Spur and this flattish fluffy brush, we're going to start tapping the edges so we start to diffuse them. This way it takes a little longer, but it will get the job done. Wetting our brush, going in with the shade, actually Rustler, not Hold'em, it's the copper shade. We're just hitting it at the edge. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but it's Rustler. And then getting our brush, we use Ghost Town to blend that edge out. Using the shade Hold'em now, we're going to hit it in the inner corner and move it to blend it in with Rustler. And going in with our finger, because you guys know the finger gives us the best pigment, hitting them with Hold'em. And then back in with Rustler with the middle finger. Just blending that, and look at that pigment, so freaking pretty. And then going back in with Ghost Town, we're just gonna reinforce our steps per the usual. I also use whiskey in the crease, but I don't know why I didn't show you guys. Back in with Spur, just getting those edges. Back in with our first brush, just sweeping it over nicely. Full face and everything, using this L'Oreal brown liner, hitting the waterline. Now going in with whiskey and blending the lower lash line, bringing it a little bit low because we wanted that smoked out look since everything's diffused, and getting our first fluffy brush and fluffing that out. Guys, this is look number 2, super pretty gold copper look. It literally came out exactly like I envisioned in my head. I just really like how both the golds really just meshed in together, and it was such a super easy look to do. I didn't want it to have any harsh lines or anything. I just wanted it to be a nice blend out, you know what I mean? So this look is super beautiful, easy, and I love that the shimmers didn't show texture on my lids because I have very textured lids. But oh, all right guys, let's move on to look numero 3. All right guys, starting off with Laredo and this Smith brush, we're just gonna sweep it all over the crease and really start building it up and working it all the way to the edge, just so we have a blown out effect. And I really love this shade. It's so pretty. It's like gray and like a bit of lavender. All right, going in with Pony Up and this fluffy brush. And I didn't like how that looked because it was looking kind of crazy, so we had to get something more dense. And we're just gonna start hitting it again on the edge and then buffing it out. We're doing tapping motions and then buffing. That usually will get the job done faster too. And then getting the crease and buffing out, just like a blown out effect. And only keeping it at the edge. Hey guys, going in with Bud and the finger, we're just gonna hit it right in the crease, right in the middle. We're also gonna be connecting it with Pony Up and bringing it all the way up to the crease. Going in with the shade Cowboy Rick and this Laura Lee brush, we're just gonna hit it in the inner corner and connect it with Bud. This will be our inner corner shade and also part of the eye look shade. You know what I mean? And then back in with Bud and using the back of the brush, just really blending those two together. And then back in with Pony, blending Bud and Pony together. All right guys, going in with Text and the MAC 228S brush, we're just gonna hit the lash line so it gives us a little bit of depth, because I felt like the look was looking a little bit flat. So this will just give like the eyelash line a little bit of depth, so your eyelash line looks a little thicker. And going in with this Kokie silver liner, we're just gonna hit the waterline. These Kokie eyeliners are so freaking creamy. And then back in with Pony and this flat brush, we're just gonna hit the lower lash line, really build it up and keeping it at the edge. And then with our fluffy brush, buffing that out so it matches like the top. We want like a blown out effect. Going in with Bud, hitting it in the inner corner and bringing it to the lower lash line, connecting it with Pony Up. Back in with Cowboy Rick, just reinforcing that area. And guys, this is look number 3. I love how the blend came out. It was super easy. It's effortless too. It's like a blown out full look. And I just love how blues and grays go together. I think those Both of those shades just work so well together, and this look was honestly super easy. It also came out how like I envisioned it. I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out, but I really like it. You guys know they're all my babies, so I'm gonna like them all. All right, let's move on to look number 4. All right guys, starting off with text and this eyebrow brush actually from Beauty Creation. We're gonna start right on the crease, actually a little bit above the crease, like where the fold is. You want to start above that and really just work it in and build it up. Look how sharp it looks already. I love it. And then we're gonna blend it out with our MAC 228 brush. Really blend that out. You see now it looks a lot more diffused. We're gonna wet our same brush we were using and re-outline the crease. I actually learned this trick from eyeloves.ie and it works like a charm, like wetting your brush for a matte shade. Ooh, and then blending it out once again. We're just really reinforcing it right there. Getting some concealer and we're just gonna clean the inside of that area so it looks sharp. But then I realized later on you didn't have to do that because I changed up the whole look. And then going in with text and our MAC brush once again, and we're just gonna fill in the tail and bring it in a little bit. And by doing tapping motions, you'll get like the best pigment. Wetting our brush, we're gonna get Bud. We're gonna hit it right in the middle, connecting it to text. Getting some micellar water and this flat brush from Wet n Wild, we're just gonna clean that edge. Using the shade Hola, we're gonna connect it to the inner corner and Bud and keeping it nice and sharp. We don't want it diffused. We want to keep it like a sharp line in the inner corner. Back in with Bud, blending it out with text. Back in with text, blending it out with Bud. All right guys, full face and everything, hitting the lower lash line with the same brush we started off with, just to really outline that area. And then outlining the crease, because since we're working with sharpness, you know, and then blending out the lower lash line. And we're only working halfway halfway out. Going in with Hola, connecting it to the inner corner and the lower lash line with text. Using this copper Urban Decay liner, we're just going to hit the waterline. All right, guys, this is look number 4. This look is super bold and beautiful and sharp. This look was definitely a little bit harder because you really just had to go back and forth and keep looking that the creases are the same. My eye creases are not the same, so you know, you have to fake it, you know? Just love how the gold and the teals look so freaking pretty. All right, guys, let's move to the last and final look. Starting off with Spur and Nudie, mixing those two together, tapping it on the crease and really building that bad boy up. You can't really see the shade, which is why you have to really build it up. Once you build it up, you'll be able to see it. Going in with the shade Ghost Town and this big fluffy brush, we're just gonna tap it over the crease. Again, this is like very fluffed out, nothing too sharp. We're just gonna build it up and we're gonna get that fluffed out effect because we do have a fluffy brush. The bigger the brush, the more fluffed out things are gonna be, the smaller compacted it will be. All right, back in with the first brush, just blending out those edges. Getting concealer, once again, we're just gonna clean the lid up. Again, nothing too sharp, just cleaning that space. Back in with Ghost Town and the fluffy brush, just getting those harsh lines. Using the shade Nudie, just setting that concealer in by doing tapping motions. Now going in with this Cokie brown liner, we're just gonna hit the lash line, really build up the liner. This is just shaping our idea here. Going in with Whiskey and we're gonna tap that liner in. The reason I did this eyeliner first was, one, it's gonna last a lot longer, and two, the eyeliner will look a lot more intense. So this is a great way to really intensify a brown liner or a eyeshadow liner, is to have a color underneath because it will really take well. Back in with Ghost Town, reinforcing the crease. Back in with Spur and Nudie on the edge. and on the lid with Nudie. And using this LA Girl Bright Liner, which is my favorite liner, we're going to hit it on the waterline to really open up our eyes. And then back in with Whiskey, we're going to hit the lower lash line, really build it up with our MAC 228 brush, and then connect it to the eyeliner. So we have like a good cohesive little look. And I wasn't sure, guys, which one to choose, Bud or Hold'em. But we went with Hold'em because I've been using Bud a whole lot. And then we're going to hit the inner corner to get the nice shiny effect. Guys, this is look number 5. I wanted to keep this look matte, but then I had to add the inner corner because it was just so pretty. It was calling my name. But you guys know I love me a wing liner, so I had to create a look with a wing liner. This look is super freaking easy. We only use a few shades and we were just able to blend it out and honestly do it in a small amount of time, you know? But yeah, I really love this look. Super simple, like an everyday look. And yeah, guys, this is it for now. Don't leave because I do have an outro, my review, and my thoughts on the palette. And I'll see you in the outro. Hey guys, oh my god, we are all done using the brand new palette. Ooh! I absolutely love the palette. I really like Urban Decay's Naked series. I think it's one of those things like, if it's not broke, why fix it? And they just come through because each and every time I use this palette, it just works well. Like, I always get my shades to pop. I always get the looks done pretty quickly. The pigment's always there. There wasn't a lot of fallout. And honestly, it worked well with concealer and actual primer. I just think it worked well. I really love this color story though. It's so beautiful because you have a lot of your neutral shades, but you also have a lot of pops. Like this middle row right here, guys, Bud right here. I literally wanted to use it in every look, but I'm like, we need versatility, we need something different, and I didn't, but this was my favorite shade. It's so freaking pretty. I just love the whole theme. It's like the West type of theme. You guys know I'm from the West Coast, but I just liked it. I really feel like it could be an everyday palette, and if you want to add a pop of something, you can. This is kind of different from the other ones. I feel like the other ones have always been their theme. Like there's cherry, there was honey, there was the violet ones, and this one, I just feel like it's a little bit different. Anytime you see an Urban Decay Naked palette, you know what you're gonna get. The only difference is what is the color scheme going to be. You're gonna get high quality, you're gonna get pigment, you're gonna get blendability, and you're gonna get a nice color story, and it may or may not work with you, you know? I really like the blue and gold themes. You guys know, or if you don't know, my favorite color is blue. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I have to freaking get it. But I did get it in PR, which is why I have this review up early. We're gonna release this bad boy on Sephora's website and Urban Decay's website on 8th. It's gonna be in stores in Sephora on 28th. And I'll give you guys the info here when the availability is in the Americas. This packaging, look, it's so pretty. Desert snake, that's what I'm getting. I just love the tones of this palette. I just think they did a really good job, but it's per the usual. I feel like now reviewing this, I know what we're gonna get, but I just really like doing multiple looks with one palette for you guys. I know you guys really like it, and I know you find it very helpful. So yeah, I love doing this. I just love that you can do something like this. This could be everyday work, and then you can do the super glam blue look like look number 4 was, you know, so I love that versatility. I really could do like so many more looks, but you guys know my eyeballs need some rest. And I really personally love a warm theme palette. I just feel like warm shades look better on my skin tone than cool shades, but at the same time, they kind of threw in the cool shades like right here. So it kind of gives you a little bit of everything, you know? But the only thing I will say is both of these shades right here, they are metallic. So they do have a little bit of fallout. They remind me of a glitter, but they're not a glitter because they don't go everywhere, but they are a little bit looser than the actual shimmers, which are these two right here. These are more like you're gonna get like that shimmer to it. So that's the only thing that I feel like is a little bit new in this palette. I don't think they've had metallics before. I may be wrong, but I love the mattes. The mattes are pigmented AF, and I love a palette that has mattes because I have very oily eyelids. It's crazy. My eyelids are super oily, but my under eyes are dry. But yeah, guys, I like the palette. I think it's great. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the palette. Let me know which one was your favorite look. I love them all. They're all my babies. What can I say? But I think this is it, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love you guys constantly show me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!